Is that my best joke?
Oh, that's got me.
Was that my best joke?
That's the best in a while, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen and gender non-conforming creatures, I am back with another episode of Those Other Queens with my first, Cain.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. I missed you so much.
I missed you, Dave. I've just stared at the wall the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
But now Cain has entered the chat, and we're in the penultimate episode of RuPaul's Drag Race season 2. What are your thoughts?
I loved it. It's good, isn't it? I really grow fond of all of them. They're kind of like family vibes now.
Yeah, I was watching it, and there were moments where I was like, this is giving me everything I want, and my expectations are quite high. So I was very, very happy. But I was even more happy about the fact that I was about to like review a Beast Enders episode with Cain.
drama. It was good drama this week, though, rather than like negative vibes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So we start the episode with Ahura gone, and we enter the workroom, and Ellie and Lawrence are having some like animosity. What were your thoughts about that whole episode 8?
To me, it was like, I watched it with my flatmate and we were like, gosh, she needs to get over it. Because obviously to us, it's been a week since that happened. But obviously to them, it was like half hour later or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was important that they spoke it out and they aired it out, especially with some of the hate Lawrence has been getting the last week.
I think Lawrence is genuinely like, wow, I'm actually flagging a bit, and if the cards were dealt on the table any differently, it would have been me. So there's a lot of like post-traumatic stress in that situation.
Yeah, I think it was the first time last week and this week that Ellie's kind of ditched the good girl character and kind of been like, I'm going to play the game, which is fair. Yeah. The pennies dropped.
I mean, if it was up to me though, and I was like 20 some odd young, like trying to pull like a stealth maneuver, a Kansas City shuffle, if you will, I would be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Is everyone okay with the fact that I'm going to win?
Yeah. You wouldn't know how to, yeah.
I think it's like, bravo, Ellie, even though I threw a bit of shade about it. Like, I just think that you played the right thing. I'm devastated that Ahura is gone, but I'm wearing this shirt that you can buy for yourself as well.
She's here with us now. Yeah, she would have been a great finalist.
Yeah, an absolutely incredible finalist, especially with that story arc and like all of that funny that they've been giving us like episode after episode. So we are starting the mini challenge with puppets. Everyone loves puppets.
I love the thought of some gay intern at the BBC decorating those puppets.
Yeah,
I keep thinking,
do you think that there's someone in like the little puppet box, like underneath like a blanket, just like passing the puppets out?
I think someone made sure that Lawrence had Ellie for that, like for the drama.
Yeah, if you were to have someone, who would you want to get?
Bimini, absolutely.
Bimini. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Who would you want to have?
Ooh, I don't know, maybe Taste, but then like I would just like make fun of Heinz Beans a lot.
Yeah,
and I just don't think I can do a Welsh accent as well as Taste, so I'd probably bomb it. But either way, everyone loves puppets, and I love putting my fists in things.
Same.
Yeah, that joke just keeps going around, and I'm like, this is the BBC. Are we allowed to be making this many fisting jokes?
Yeah, wow. And they really love a shot of the silicone breastplates, don't they? They're like, whenever it's in an episode, they're like, boom, boom, boom. I think they're like, finally, we can show tits on the BBC, but technically it's silicone.
So what is your relationship like to a show like EastEnders?
God, I haven't watched it for so many years. How old am I now? Probably haven't watched it for about 12, 13 years. But I did watch it recently for like just 10 minutes of it. It's exactly the same. It's the same cast, same storylines, everything. But yeah, I'm of that generation of Bimini and Taste and that lot. So I remember the classic liners.
I feel like it's taken me 11 years in order to be able to understand just the beginnings of what EastEnders brings to the table. Like I got it now and I watched it and I was really entertained, but I was like, how is anyone else in the world going to understand what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, because I guess what would be the like American equivalent?
In America, there's like, oh, there's just
It's not
television
quite a
all over
sitcom,
America.
it's a soap, obviously.
Yeah, it's a soap. There are TV shows like Another World and like all of these As the World Turns, like soap operas like that, but nothing as rough and intensely
Gritty.
ratchet as gritty. Let's use gritty, not ratchet.
I don't think they've got the mileage on it that EastEnders has. Like EastEnders has been going for absolute years.
Oh, you know what it is? Days of Our Lives.
Ah,
That's
I've
what's
heard
been going on.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's been going for ages, for ages. So we have Tace, Bimini, Ellie, and Lauren's like dividing the characters up really evenly. They feel like they can do Scat Slater, the role of Karen, Phyllis Bitchell, and like they're really bringing a lot of their own personality as well as like the archetypes of Beast Enders or East Enders to the scene.
Yeah.
Some people were struggling and some people were doing well. What were your thoughts of the rehearsal?
I think Bimini, just perfect, obviously. I think Taste was cracking, apart from the accents that she kept slipping into. Lawrence, it's such a shame because that's twice now where I thought, God, she's going to be incredible at this. First, the comedy roast, I thought she would just be incredible, and she was still good. But again, you see that inner demon that she mentioned a few episodes before, where she kind of gets in her head. So that's really difficult to see. But I think Ellie is the last two episodes is definitely learning and growing massively. It's just a shame that it seems to be towards the end of the competition.
Yeah, it's true. I think Ellie was like really excelling in a way, and at first I thought Ellie was going to be a really quiet character, and then was thinking to myself that we haven't seen a acting challenge like this since the second episode of season one, where we had everyone doing like the Downton Abbey version. Yeah, the much better whole moment, and I felt like this was like really well put together. I could have watched it for another hour.
Oh yeah, I was great.
Yeah, it
I
was
was doing
going.
it.
Yeah, I was gripped. It had me. But you know, my favorite part was when Tate was like, "You what?"
Oh yeah.
Just,
Mine was just like Bimini's body language in general, just like
yeah, we're just scrubbing the floor as well.
yeah, with the ass up, face down.
It was so good. It was so good, and I even like the fact that Ellie pulled out that red phone out of her bag, and then like when she hung up, you heard it. You heard it go back on the receiver.
Yeah, that was probably a gay intern again.
Yeah. The gay intern in the bag grabbing the phone. I really enjoyed it. I obviously thought that Lawrence was struggling, but then when I saw it back, I guess we can go back to the main stage now when we saw the whole thing unfold. Yeah. I thought Taste did an incredible job.
They all did incredible, and if you hadn't have seen the behind the scenes stuff, you would not know that any of them faltered.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, would Taste and Ellie be your bottom two then for that case?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, no. What am I saying? I think maybe Lawrence.
What are you saying?
What am I saying? What am I thinking? I think Taste and Lawrence would have been the bottom for me, just because I think Taste was good, but she didn't really. It didn't shine above the others. And then Lawrence, I just think, even though the end result was perfect, I think just the wobbles and something considered now that you're in the semi-finals.
And I also think that like if you're gonna like stealthily cut Ahura out of the competition and then play an old lady and have to fuck a mannequin on camera as your comeuppance, then I think you deserve to stay.
Yeah, definitely. And again, I think she's really grown the last two episodes. I think she earns a place.
Yeah, okay, fine. So I agree with you. Let's go back to the main stage. The theme is pantomime. For those who are watching the show, because there are millions and millions of people who watch my Instagram who are watching Those Are the Queens, a pantomime is a traditional sort of theater that travels around the UK. And because we think of pantomime in America, North America, as miming, and it's not the same thing. Yeah.
What, like?
Yeah, like I'm stuck in a box.
I would have loved that as 1 week as well.
Just like, well, I mean, that's season 13 for you. We have Olivia Lux doing that. But yeah, so I was sitting there going, why is everyone just dressed on stage as Ellie Diamond? And then I was like, oh yeah, pantomime. I get it now. Because like during Christmas and New Year's Eve, the pantomimes are rife around the UK, and that's what they were paying homage to. What were some of your favorite looks?
I think Lawrence's was great and Bimini's was a standout as well. I like the traditional kind of doing the masculine walk, flashing the bum, big bloomers kind of vibe.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. I think Bimini did an incredible job, and Bimini's just been slaying the competition since we returned from the COVID break, if you will. And I think it was really nice to have that sort of Grace and Perry nod. I just think it was just really like
it was
just
really
added.
smart.
Yeah, and it added a layer to like what drag is in the UK. Like it's like I love the fact that Drag Race UK doesn't just limit itself to like a bearded queen or being femme, or it's like it's literally there's so many different sort of types of crisps in the packets. Yeah, and I was like, I really get this, but I just don't know if the world will.
I think it was so smart. You could see in Untucked she'd kind of done like some fake moles with like hairs and stuff on there. I think it was very intelligent.
Yeah, it was very intelligent. And what were some of your least favorite outfits on the runway?
None of them really. I think we're at a point where it's kind of clutching at straws. Like I think I know that some of the like what they get given for the like the title, so it might have been Panto and then maybe it changed to Panto Dame. But I think Tace's was Panto, but maybe it just wasn't Panto Dame.
Yeah, I love how Graham Norton was basically like, this is Tace doing Panto, but it's not Panto.
Yeah, he was like, she thinks she's like crazy. I was like, rude.
I also love the fact that Michelle Visage is like doing all of the translations for RuPaul or like Cockney slang.
Yeah.
Like minced pies, it means eyes. And I was like, does Strictly once. Which is really funny. But I really enjoy. Oh, go ahead.
We haven't even spoke about the judge, this mysterious judge that was supposed to be the best judge in history.
Mickey!
Mickey! But all week they'd been teasing how it was supposed to be the biggest judge they'd had.
Were they doing that? I must have missed that.
Their Instagram, they were like, bigger than anyone we've had in the US, bigger than anyone we've had in the UK. I was like, wow, bigger than Gaga, bigger than like Vanessa Williams.
And Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Bigger than Gaga and Vanessa Williams.
I thought it was Naomi Campbell. I thought it would be Naomi Campbell.
Imagine that.
Alas, it was
I wasn't aware of the fact that they were doing some sort of like B-roll marketing, but like clever. And when I saw the mannequin there, I was like, this is funny because I didn't really realize until the last episode of season 13 of Drag Race America, where I was realizing that like all the pit crew have been missing, and like they weren't able to bring them all back. So like. And even the comedy roast as well last week, they were performing to an empty audience, and so I wasn't surprised. But it must be really difficult to like be a performer and not have an audience.
Yeah, you must lose so much energy from the room.
Yeah, I don't when I sing in the shower. I'm completely fine.
Oh, you can perform anywhere, babe.
Yeah. I know. There's like a full orchestra.
Gardens, your shower, you don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. No fucks given.
This is performing for you.
Yeah, exactly. So we have the critiques coming in, and Lawrence is kind of just like really accepting of the fact that he didn't do as well in the rehearsals, but was very proud of his performance. Do you think they were coming down hard on Ellie, or do you think that they were giving an accurate critique?
I think a fair critique, but I think for her to then drag and blame someone else for that is kind of like, again, at this point in the competition, doesn't really sit well, does it? Where it's like, oh, I was only fumbling with my lines because you were fumbling with your lines. It's like,
yeah,
this again.
Did Ellie say that on the main stage? I don't think she did. Did she?
No.
No, that was only afterwards in this like untucked moment. Where like, I remember that now. Yeah, I'm just so used to Lawrence having an issue with someone during Untucked where I'm just like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's just Lawrence being upset about something.
Yeah, I think the heat is getting to her, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, like, it would. I remember the heat. How was the heat for you in Slag Wars?
Non-existent.
Really?
Yeah. It's all for me, babes.
Yeah, you're like the cool gay, not the regular gay. I just can't imagine what it would be like being in a semi-final that I know the entire nation is watching. Like mine was all filmed in like in the bag. I think so was yours. But it's a situation where like I would just be shitting bricks.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. And you know that, and like Drag Race, you know that every single mannerism or face that you pull or like anything is filmed. So you constantly a bit conscious of being like, you don't want to eye roll, you don't want to do this. It's like, oof, it's intense.
Yeah, and if you're desperately just trying to do well, and then you're messing up all these lines, and every time you fumble or flub or there's an issue that you know that is being caught on camera and is going to be edited against you to make it look worse.
I will say though, Lawrence is never, from what I've seen, is never harsh or strict to the people that actually do well. Like from what I've seen, she generally does applaud and lift up people like Bimini and that sort of stuff when they do win. I think she's just kind of been a bit strict, maybe to Ahura when she was in it, and Ellie when potentially they have wavered a little bit. Her and Ellie are like little old sisters, aren't they?
Yeah, they totally are.
Especially
I do think it's quite nice.
It was very like on the sofa.
I know. They always see like two ladies just be like,
yeah. When they were in the panto here, it was just like.
That's true. And so, what were your thoughts on Taste's outfit?
On the outfit,
yeah,
it was gorgeous. Yeah, it was stunning.
And critiques as well. I was asking. Sorry, I was going through the list of everyone and their critiques from the judges.
Oh, her critiques on it, that it wasn't quite campy panto. I mean, it wasn't silly, no, but it was gorgeous and it was glamorous, and she did do a different beat. I kind of saw some clowny cheeks amongst it.
I mean, I think a fairy godmother is like very very common to see in a panto, and like I just think I think it was nice to have one person not do like a big bell or hoop skirt, and to have something that wasn't just so like obvious. And in terms of the critiques, when it came to the actual Beast Enders show, like I really thought Taste did an incredible job. At one point during it, I thought Taste was going to like win the whole challenge.
Yeah
because
the breastplate killed me. I just thought it was
the breastplate saying "you what," because you said that on the first episode of Those Other Queens. You what?
You
it made me laugh. Yeah, it made me laugh so much. So, and then I just really like the delivery of the vinegar strokes. Like total. I didn't become a total slag the whole moment. And I like
total drag.
Yeah, there you go. And like I really love the fact that it just like made this full circle moment between EastEnders in season 1 and 2. I felt like Drag Race UK is finally like come into form.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've definitely found there.
So I really thought that Taste like deserved a nod of some sort in order to like solidify their place in the top. So I was kind of shocked that Taste was on the bottom.
Yeah, and me. Yeah. I thought. I mean, that's like what, 4 weeks in a row now. 4 times, I think. Yeah, it's something mad. Like she's I don't know if it's just UK, but I think from the franchise, she's the one contestant that's been continuously in the bottom, in the bottom the most, but still in the final.
Yeah, and Taste is fantastic. I think they're a great queen, and like they have definitely lip synced the house down, Boots. What were your thoughts on the actual lip sync battle between Ellie and Taste?
I was just glad that it was an upbeat song. I was like, finally a pop song for them to lip sync to. It's just ballads or slow jams lately. I'm like, right, so they know the words, but I prefer a little death drop and a split.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was so happy that Taste finally got to perform to something that wasn't a ballad. I mean, you had Memories, and then you had the Dusty Springfield song that they did with Ahura, and I just I was hoping that it would be something a bit more, I guess, popular, but like they still threw a song that we all knew. Steps is quite iconic. Yeah, I mean, everyone loves Steps. Everyone tries to get their steps every day. Is that my best joke?
Oh, that's got me. My government allocated steps.
Was that my best joke?
That's the best in a while, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Fuck the final. Yes, I made That's really good. I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, that was really, really good. There's your soundbite at the start.
Okay, I'll do that. I promise I will. Well, that's it. We have the lip sync completed, and RuPaul has said, "Taste, Shantae, you stay." Ellie looks a bit mortified, but also understanding that they've made it as far as they can in the competition. But then,
graceful.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is what I recommend everyone do. Have your grace and dignity about you, even though shit's hitting the fan. And RuPaul says, Ellie Goulding, Shantae, you stay as well.
Ellie Goulding!
Oh my God! my God, it's too hot here. It's too hot. Oh my God, it's just, oh, someone get this jacket off.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my God, I can't.
Oh, that's so funny. Ellie Goulding, you stay. Oh.
Oh. Oh my God, it's been a long lockdown, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's funny. That's twice now that you've got me.
I know.
Oh.
Okay, back to the show.
So Ellie Diamond.
Ellie Diamond, Shantae. You stay as well.
Oh, that's really got me.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm not editing any of that out. That is.
Oh, that's comedy gold. But not even meant to be.
I'm here every week. Okay, we're back.
So there's 4 finalists.
There are now 4 finalists, and we are about to go into a finale unlike anything we've ever seen. We have Ellie Taste, Lawrence, and Bimini Bamboo Lash.
Yep.
Who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting for second to Ellie Goulding, Bimini Bamboo Lash. I think she's incredible. I really do. I know that a lot of people do. I saw that she's now the most followed queen from the UK. But I think she's one of the most outspoken. I think she's really using her power already. I think she's incredible. Who are you rooting for, babes? You're hoping to bring your horror back, aren't you?
Yeah. I am waiting until they bring Ahura back. Now, I love Ahura, and I think Ahura's an incredible queen, but I definitely think this is Bimini's to win. I'm really happy that she is a clear winner from the start, and I hope the finale doesn't bring us any curveballs or lip sync finales that we don't know about. And I'm really proud of every single queen, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Tomorrow? Can it be now?
Yeah, no. But I'm so happy to have you back. You literally just gave me all of my laughs that I needed. My laugh quota.
Yeah, I got my steps in and I got my laugh. That's killed me.
That is it for another episode of Those Are the Queens. We have our final episode next week, and I cannot wait to tell you who our guest is, but I will not, because it's about you right now, Cain. Nice. Watch me next week. I'm just gonna have a mannequin with like a.
You're just gonna have Ellie Goulding next week.
Imagine that. I love you, everyone. I'm signing off. Say bye, Cain.